So, you want your website to get noticed online, right? Well, there's one incredibly powerful key you just can't ignore: backlinks. Today, we're going to unlock exactly what they are and, more importantly, how to make them work for you. Let's dive in. So, picture this. You've poured hours, maybe even days, into crafting what you know is fantastic content. You hit publish, you wait, and then crickets. It feels like it's totally invisible. It's a super frustrating feeling, right? Well, it often comes down to one crucial missing ingredient. Getting your site seen on Google, it's kind of like a giant puzzle. You might have some of the big pieces in place, but there's often one critical piece that's just missing. And yet, it's a story we hear all the time. You've done all the things you're supposed to do on your own site, but to Google, it can still look like a deserted island. To get noticed, you've got to build bridges that connect your island to the rest of the web. Okay, so how do we build those bridges? Well, it all starts with understanding what Google sees as a vote of confidence, a really powerful signal that your island is actually worth visiting. So what is a backlink? At its core, it's actually super simple. When one website links to your website, you've just received a backlink. You might hear people call them inbound links or external links. It's all the same thing. Think of it like a digital recommendation. And this right here, this is the absolute core of it. Every single backlink is like another website tapping Google on the shoulder and saying, hey, this content over here, it's valuable. You should probably pay attention to it. It's literally one of the most fundamental signals of trust online. So why are these votes such a big deal? Well, they tell Google three really important things. First, they build your authority, proving that you're a source people can trust. Second, they signal relevance. If a top fitness blog links to your article, that tells Google your content is probably pretty relevant to fitness. And finally, they show popularity. The more quality votes you get, the more Google sees you as a go-to resource that people recommend. Now, here's a little twist. Not all of these votes are created equal. A do-follow link is the gold standard. It's a strong endorsement that passes on SEO value, what some people call link juice, directly to your site. On the other hand, a no-follow link basically tells Google, hey, this is a good resource, but don't pass any authority. But don't write them off. They are still incredibly valuable because they can drive real traffic and build your brand's reputation. Okay, so since these links are basically your reputation online, you've got to be smart about it. Getting a vote of confidence isn't just about getting any vote. It's like choosing an ally for a quest. You want to team up with the best. And believe me, the difference between a good and a bad backlink is like night and day. A high-quality ally comes from a trusted, relevant website where the link looks and feels totally natural within the content. A low-quality trap is the exact opposite, a link from some spammy, unrelated site that can actually hurt your ranking. This is where that old saying, quality over quantity, is absolutely critical. And speaking of traps, there are some allies that you need to run away from fast. We're talking about things like private blog networks, or PBNs, those tempting $5 link packages you see on sites like Fiverr, and of course, just spammy, irrelevant comments. Chasing these is a huge red flag for Google, and it can land you a penalty that makes you even more invisible than when you started. All right. Enough theory, right? Let's get practical. How do you actually start getting these valuable links without falling into any of those nasty traps? I'm going to walk you through a few simple quests you can literally start today. Okay, here's your roadmap to get started. Super safe and super effective. First, create public profiles on high-authority sites like LinkedIn or Medium. It's an easy foundational win. Second, try guest posting. Write a helpful article for another blog in your industry and you can earn a highly relevant link back. And third, submit your site to well-known, trusted online directories in your niche. These are the essential first steps to building a really healthy link profile. Okay, as we start to land this plane, I want to leave you with the one golden rule. The single most important principle that should guide every single backlink decision you make from here on out. At the end of the day, it really all boils down to this. Always, always focus on quality, not quantity. Build your links slowly and naturally. A sudden spike looks really suspicious to Google. Stick to relevant websites. And diversify where your links come from. But above all else, the number one ultimate strategy is to just create content that is so genuinely valuable that other people want to link to it. And that right there, that's the big mindset shift we've been building towards. Stop thinking about getting links or building links. Start thinking about earning them. Earn them by being the best, most helpful, most insightful resource in your space. When you do that, the links, they'll just follow. So from now on, before you even think about building a single link, just ask yourself this one simple question first. Is my content truly good enough to earn a recommendation from someone else? When you can confidently say yes to that, you'll know you're on the right track.